Anytime you come home with a win, you got to be happy. Obviously, wasn't the way we would have liked to win. Got a little ugly there at the end, but at the end of the day, a conference win is a conference win, so we're happy with where we're at. We're 1-1 in conference now, and we just got to keep moving forward. So,
what kept the offense from really moving the ball there late in the game, like you guys had been most of the rest of the course?
I don't know, to be honest. They made some adjustments. They were kind of, stopping us up front. I think they were going a little bit more man coverage there, and so they were playing a heck of a defensive game there towards the end, and that kept them in it, obviously. And it's just something we need to learn from as an offense. We need to learn from as a team. We can't leave our defense out there to dry like we did. So we need to come out there and execute better. But like I said, a win's a win, ugly or not. So we'll take it.
Emotionally, did you guys let up?
What's that?
Emotionally, did you guys let up?
I don't think we let up. Obviously, like I said, it wasn't. We didn't keep the the gas to the pedal, I guess. We didn't keep it going. We got maybe a little conservative there at the end, tried to run out the clock. But I don't think we let up at all. We still had that killer instinct in our mind. We weren't executing the way we were, I guess, those first 3 quarters. And you got to give them credit too. They're a heck of a football team. They played everybody that they've lost to. They played everybody tough. They almost beat Arizona, and Arizona just beat Oregon. So they're a heck of a football team. You got to give them credit. And so, like I said, we're just happy to come home with a win. So.
Are you more stunned it was 31-3 or that it ended up 31-24?
I think I'm more stunned by that, to be honest, because when we were up 31-3, obviously. Obviously that's a good feeling to have that kind of a lead against a good football team like Nevada. But for them to come roaring back like that, it kind of shows what kind of team they are. They've got that never kind of die attitude, and that's something that we've kind of taken from Coach Mack, and obviously, they're taking it from their coach. So, that's what makes our conference great, and we just got to keep moving forward. So.
How'd you get it to 31-3?
How did we get it?
Yeah.
Obviously we were executing there. Those first 3 quarters, it was, I felt like we couldn't really miss. Everybody was, getting open. O-line was helping me out, giving me all the time in the world. So, like I said, we were just executing. And that 4th quarter, I don't know what really, I don't really know what to say about it. It just, we weren't, helping out our defense there, and that's something that we got to learn from and execute better if we want to be a great team. So.
What's it mean to be 5-1 at the halfway?
It's huge. Obviously, I didn't know this is the first time CSU been 5-1 since 2000. So that's huge. We should all feel honored, to be able to look back at those teams in those areas or in those eras, to be able to kind of say, we're as good as those teams were in the Sonny Lubick era and everything. That's a huge honor, and we should all be pretty happy about it. So.
Did you notice it? And it seemed like Nevada went zone to kind of try to keep Rashard in check. Is that? And it seemed like you found every hole. Is that what they came out and started doing?
Yeah, early they played a lot of zone, and that's obviously we were still able to find him, and we got to expect that. They were rolling to him a lot there early, and we expected that coming into the game after last week, what he had, all those yards, touchdowns, everything. We were expecting him to kind of roll to him more often than not, and so they did that. Sometimes great players are going to make great plays, and they're going to find holes in the defenses, and that's exactly what he did, and that's exactly why he came out and had another big game. So.
Was it a matter of just being patient for him to find a seam like he did on that post?
Yeah, really, like I said, great players, make big plays, and they're patient. They'll wait for their time, and I think that play got him kind of going and got him into the groove of things, and I think from that point on, he was really the Rashard that we all know. So.
We never know what they're gonna do, but eventually, unfortunately, they blown the coverage or something. They left me wide open. I just caught the ball.
Did you notice that they started to play a little bit different? They went kind of with the soft zone, kept somebody over the top of you.
Yeah, I noticed that. I knew coming into this game they would do that. Coach Mack told me as well. A game plan forward, just do what I do regular, get the ball into the end zone.
How different was it though? You were 31-3 in this game at one point, and it ends up 31-24 and them on your level.
It's just football. We stopped executing. Defense came up with a big stop at the end, gave us the win.
What were the emotions like on the sideline? DeAndre gets the pick, but there's a flag on the field.
I didn't know what happened. I knew it couldn't be with Dre because I seen them just all happy and stuff, so I'm happy. I got my teammates fired up. Yeah.
When you said you didn't know what happened, was it because you weren't watching? Were you turned in?
No, I was tuned in, 100%. I was tuned in. Yeah.
Rashard, you're tied for the national lead now in touchdown catches. How's that feel? You're tied with CU's Nelson Spurs.
It feels good. It's a great accomplishment, but I'm still learning. I'm still just playing football. I'm still having fun.
And you also get the single season, you tied the single season record with 10 touchdown catches in a year, and you still have half the season to go.
I have nothing to say about that. I mean, I am who I am. That's why I came here, to do great things, put my team in a good predicament to win the game.
Does this kind of game give you confidence, though? I mean, a team paid special attention to you today, and you still shine.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It gives us confidence going into the next game, knowing that we beat a team away. So I mean, going into this next game, we'll be fired up.
Did the way that game ended take anything away from the win?
Nothing at all.
Why not?
At the end of the day, it's another game that we had to fight to the end and get it done. So that's what we did.
Rashard, what's going through your head, offensive head, when Hart scores that touchdown, their fans start heading for the exits?
It's like I almost, some of the fans are not true almost. I mean, that's every game. If the team go all the way down, just start losing tremendously, fans are going to leave. But they start coming back, and I bet some of the fans was like, "Damn, we should have stayed." Mm-hmm. So, I mean, yeah.
What does the offense need to do to finish out a game? You got a 31-3 lead. You want to make it 38 type thing. What do you guys learn as an offense from this to start putting more nails, I guess, in the coffin?
Just catch the ball. Just do our job. Just win this down. Do what we have to do to execute this down. Don't worry about what's ahead of us. Just this down.
Close plays.
You know, the coaches harped on it all week. We knew coming out it was going to be a challenge. They're big guys, and anytime you get the opportunity to go against a big guy, you want to play your best game. And so I just knew, and I had a mindset coming into the game that no matter who was lined up against me, I was going to give it my all because I felt like I was the best out there.
How important do you think that was for just kind of setting the tone for what your defense did in those first 3 quarters?
Well, you know, anytime we come out here as a defense, we have a mentality that we want to make a statement. And I felt like we got it rolling early, and we were consistently reminding each other on the sideline, hey, we got to keep going, we got to keep the ball moving, we have to make a statement. We knew that what we did today was going to go to Utah State, and we wanted to send a message.
Coach was talking about the fact that he thought a lot of you were disappointed with the way that finished up in the locker room. What does that say about you guys that you're disappointed with the way a win came out?
Oh, it just shows our maturity as a football team. You know, we won, we're happy about the win, but we know we shouldn't have gave up that fourth quarter like that. Going into the fourth quarter, one of our goals is to shut them out as a defense, and then offense, we just want to continue to put the game out of reach, and that was something we felt like we didn't accomplish, obviously, and so that's something to give us to work for next week.
Just how nervous was that for you?
Nervous? I wasn't really nervous because I always had faith in our team, our game plan, and the man upstairs, so I knew everything would work out in our favor. We just had to continue to do it, and once the guys started to believe that, it happened.
How big was that play for DeAndre to come up with? He's gotten picked on a couple times in the game, but to get pass interference up against him and still come up with that pick.
DeAndre is a phenomenal athlete, you know, and on the sideline, you know, we were constantly telling him, Dre, you're going to be the one to make the play. Dre is coming at you. And so for him to make that play, I think it just shows him what we see in him, you know, and his confidence is going to go out the roof. And so I expect big things from him now.
Bernard, you guys are 5-1 at the halfway point this season. What's that say about this team?
We're not the same football team we've been in the past. It means a lot to the guys in the locker room, you know, not just on the field, but off the field. We're a family. We're so close together that you want to be 5-1. You want to be 6-0, you know, so you do what you have to do out there and lay it all on the line for the next man next to you. And that's just something Coach Mack's done a great job of changing around.
Was there a part of you guys that it was hard to believe that you were up 31-3? I mean, everybody else was a little stunned at that point.
I know we expected it. You know, as a defense, our goal was to shut them out, and as an offense, it was to score every time we had the ball, and that's week by week. And so when it came out and it was going in our favors, it was just us executing our game plan and playing round football, not playing our opponent's ball.
The past 2 seasons, will this defense be able to hold off like that or rally where the team just has all the momentum and just stop there at the end? Is that something new with this group?
Definitely. I think we showed our maturity as a defense and as a team as a whole. We had our senior leaders step up when they needed to step up, and we had the guys who needed to make the plays step up on them. So, I mean, it just goes to show that at any given moment, anybody on defense can make the play, and that helps out a lot.
Was that fourth quarter, Nevada it seemed like when they got the they got this touchdown, and then when D fumbled, they started to get on a roll. Did you sense a different offense coming at you at that point?
I didn't sense a different offense. I just sensed the momentum shifting, and their home field advantage is one of the toughest arenas to play in, and we knew that coming in, and so it just took us a while to get geared back down and play Ram football and not play Nevada ball.
So explain that last series. What were your emotions like that whole time?
My emotions was going crazy, man. Just being there at the right time, I guess. You know, he threw the ball up. I happened to make a good play on the ball. Just playing football.
Offensive interference calls are kind of rare, though, and you get 2 of them late. One of them doesn't matter because you're picking anyway, but nevertheless, just how surprised were you?
I wasn't too surprised. It just means the refs was doing their job. That's all it is.
But is there any doubt in your mind when you see a flag, you know, the tendency to blame the defender? Are you worried at all?
Somewhat, but I mean that comes with the game. We know how like some calls are, and unfortunately it didn't go that way this time. But I'm glad it went our way.
Because both of those flags were on you, correct? The pass interference. Did he PI you twice?
Yeah, according to the ref, wasn't on me though.
No, one on you.
Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, it was versus me.
How scared were you though on the first one that would have been a 63-yard game-tying touchdown?
I won't say I was worried, but I would be a little disappointed if it was on me. Knowing I did the proper things in my technique to stop that from happening.
Did you guys feel like, as a secondary, you set that up early with the way you guys played? It's very tight coverage, a lot of deflected passes on your guys' part.
I feel like we did set that up the whole game. The whole game plan this week was to come out and challenge and test those guys at the line of scrimmage, whether it be press or if we was in some other type of coverage. So I feel like we executed pretty well today.
How well did you guys play for 3 quarters, and how bad did you play for the 4th?
I wouldn't say we played good all 3 quarters. I say we played good all 4 quarters since we did come out with the W at the end of the day, so that's all that really matters.
Is there value for this defense, especially the secondary, to win a game like that? I mean, I'm sure you wouldn't like it to be as close, but just to hold off a good offense like that with an interception at the end of it.
Oh, that's a great feeling for the defense. The secondary, I feel that it shows us that we put in a lot of work behind the scenes, so it's just finally coming to the light.
When D scores that touchdown late and their fans start heading toward the exits, you guys notice that? I mean, does something click in your mind that, hey, we're going to win this thing?
I can't lie to you, yeah. Well, because you don't hear the crowd as much no more since everybody leaving. You don't hear the chants, you don't hear the boos. So once we do that, once we shut them up, they quitting, they tapping out.
How irritating was it confetti for the players?
Oh
That's on the
man,
field for you guys?
it got a little messy out there, man. I got tired of seeing that blue and gray all on the field.
Pointed locker room in there, the way that finished out. What does that kind of say about this team? You get a win, and you didn't feel perfect about it.
Yeah, it was a good win. You know, you always thankful and blessed that you're on the winning side of the game, but it ain't how we wanted to win. And Coach, he just preached finish, and we ain't finished tonight. And mainly on part of the offense, and we take a lot of blame for it. And we're gonna go to practice this week and prepare. And our preparation, the biggest thing coming up for Utah State. We got a big conference game.
When you say take the blame with the offense, what didn't you do in the 3rd?
We just didn't execute, and then myself, I fumbled, so that was bad. And we let them back in the game as a whole. And the defense, they come out and they work hard all week. And they set it up for us. They set it up good for us, and we just didn't execute. That's all it come down to on offense. We just didn't execute, and it wasn't 100% out there, and everybody wasn't, the morale of the team on offense, it just wasn't. It wasn't there in that second half, and we're gonna correct it coming up in this next coming week.
What was the emotional ride like on the sidelines on that final drive? 2 pass interference calls against them. One eliminates a touchdown. One actually leads to you getting a game-sealing interception. What was it like watching all that unfold?
Oh, it was crazy. I had butterflies at the minute because I thought it was going to be a shootout at the end. But, God is good, and, we came out with a victory, so that's all that matters.
Steve, when you scored that touchdown, fans started piling out of the stadium. The offense, when you see something like that, there's still a few minutes left in the 3rd, maybe get a little complacent that, hey, we got this one?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it complacent. I just say we didn't finish. We didn't execute, and that's all it comes down to. And, as an offense, as a team, as a group, we're going to take full responsibility for it because it all comes down to us. You know, our defense played a heck of a game, and, you know, they won it for us, especially at the end. DeAndre Elliott caught that interception on their sideline, so it was a good win. And, you know, we just got to come out and play better in the second half. We got to practice finishing, even in practice.
Much better feeling to walk away feeling like you've got lessons to learn with a W than with a loss, though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You know, it'll be a whole lot longer ride home on that plane if we'd have been on the other side of the game.
You're on a team that's 5-1 at the halfway point.
Yeah.
Did you know what you were walking into? Did you know this team was capable?
Well, you know, we all believe in each other. And I ain't going to say none of us thought we was going to be 5-1 at this point because we'd like to be 6-0 right now, you know, because we lost a game that we thought we could have won. So, you know, we just got to come out and play our best, and it always happen good for us. You know, we come out and do what we supposed to do because we got the best talent in conference, I think.
You and Alabama lost the same number of games.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you came here from Alabama, did you really think that at this point you guys could have this type of record coming into this situation, maybe not knowing the team as well, that really 5-1 at the halfway mark's an actual possibility?
Why not? You know, why not? You know, we Colorado State. You know, a lot of people talk about Alabama, but this is a new beginning here. And, you know, we talk about the climb, too. And we want to be good. You know, nobody want to have a losing season. And, you know, hey, we want to win just like everybody else want to win. Why we can't win? So, you know, why not 5-1? Why not 6-0? So that's how I feel.
We've all seen what you've offered to this team on game day. What do you feel you brought to this program in terms of you as a practice player?
Yeah, so I just think I come out and practice every day. I give my all. You know, even if we banged up, you know, it's a halfway point of the season. So, you know, everybody getting like nicks and bruises right now. So, you know, I just come in every day and not try to make myself no bigger than nobody else. You know, just come in and give my all, do what I can for the team. And, you know, hopefully it show on Saturdays.
Jim did say you kind of came in and set an example for the way it's supposed to be. Have you seen other players follow your lead?
Oh, yes, sir. You know, matching my intensity. I wouldn't even say seeing what I do and do the same. You know, they just matching my intensity. And that's what we preach at practice, you know. Don't get beat deep, you know. Pick up that block. So it's all the way around, even on defense. You know, guys stepping up, practicing how they would really play in the game on Saturday. So it's a good feeling, you know, to see that. And then we come out and get a good win like this.
Are you comfortable being a leader now? Do you feel like you're a leader now? Can you be that assertive with new guys you don't know?
Yes, sir. And a lot of guys, you know, I've been trying to get to know a little better. Just the way I came in, you know, missed kind of like the camp. I mean, like the summer part of workouts and stuff like that. But just coming in the camp and being around these guys, it was good, you know, and just getting to know them because, you know, everybody come from a different walk of life and don't make it wrong and don't make it right, you know what I'm saying? But you all got to come together and get the job done. And we've been doing that 5-1, Colorado State, you know what I'm saying?
I wasn't shocked to see the 31-3, but we hope to stay firm in there and try to keep them out of the end zone at the end there.
What was that last series like, especially you guys got 2 pass interference calls against them that helped seal the win?
It was definitely it was fun, you know. We weren't expecting that, but it happened. We were in that situation, and we just got together as a defense and finished it, so it was good.
Jim was saying that he felt like some of you were disappointed with that win because of the way it came out. What does that say about this team?
I think that we just expect to be great, and we wanted to come out here and dominate those guys. But it's a conference game, and it's on the road, and they came back, and yeah, so it happens. It's a tough place to play, but it happens.
Is it a little like contain Fajardo most of the game?
What was that?
How did you contain Fajardo most of the game?
Just the scheme, staying within our scheme. We watched him a lot on film. Like I said before, the Boston College game definitely helped us a lot because he's a mobile quarterback, and we kind of had some reps at that, so it definitely helped us out.
Did you notice a difference in him? It seemed like the first 3 quarters he was throwing off his back foot, throwing leaning. But in that 4th quarter, he started to find a rhythm. Did you notice a change in him?
Oh yeah, he definitely gained some confidence there at the end, and yeah, he got hot, and we know he's a great quarterback, so he got hot, and we're glad that we came out on top.
You guys are 5-1 now. You are thick in this hunt. How is that sitting with you guys right now?
It feels great. I think all along we've known that our preparation would get us here, and it just feels good to get those wins.